To another episode of 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons Tomb of Annihilation. And let's get on with some introductions, and then we'll move on to a recap of last time. Or at least some shenaniganery. So, let's start at the bottom right there. We've got Kashcah.
Hi. Dungeon Master.
You always say it so quietly, nobody can hear you. I think I might be maxing out right now, actually.
Yeah.
Let me turn that down a bit.
Okay.
A bit? I don't know. I'm going to keep Kashcah turned up, but I'm going to turn my mic down a bit. Hopefully that's a little bit nicer for people. I don't know why it suddenly just shot up, but hey. Anyway. Kashcah.
We already did me.
Yep, but I needed to level so that I could turn you up or down.
Sorry.
Alright, so Kashcah's the DM, and then straight up and to the left, we have Nerevar.
Yeah, that's me.
We're really with it today.
This is one of those days, folks.
It's after Christmas.
That's true. We're still on food comas, basically.
Pretty much. So tell us.
I have like a Christmas cake baby going on.
Oh gosh, tell us who you're going to be playing this evening, Nerevar.
Yeah, I'm going to be playing as Tobias Salazar, Spacial Summoner, and his idol Arokh Ironscale.
Great. And next to him is Kellisto.
I am Kellisto of the Bear God clan, and I am a half-elf druid. Bit of a lush. And I guess part 2 of the chaotic duo of Valia and Kellisto.
Yeah, you two seem to have managed to merge in that way, haven't you?
A little bit, and it seems like I might be playing Valia today, so even more so.
Yeah, she's not joining us at this time. She might join us throughout. We will find out as we progress. But otherwise, she'll be covering as Valia Bonesmasher, the Lizardfolk Barbarian.
Barbar.
Who also has a sidekick, the little bird at the end there, that goes by the name of Flippy. More or less just along for moral support, and you never know when you might need a good chicken. But next to her, Lyssa, is myself, Vallen. I will be playing as Ulfgar Holderheck, a dwarven bard / divine sorcerer, Valor bard divine sorcerer. Multi-class, and we are in the Tomb of Annihilation at the very end of the campaign, episode 69. Nice. Let's actually drop this, and we'll do. No, people can still look at the pretty picture that we got while
beautiful.
While I read the quest log.
Okay.
We proceeded to break the broken statue arm off of a multi-armed gargoyle of some sort until the ruby inside its palm was released, which in turn poisoned those in the area of it and released the juggernaut at the end of the hallway from its garage. It then proceeded to go down the path, missing everybody, thankfully, because I would imagine that would have probably killed some people, and smashed into the statue itself. But we proceeded onwards to the gear rooms and found one filled with sludge and images of black dragons on the walls that would likely spew acid. We decided not to mess with it and moved on to the control room, where we were able to figure out, through trial and error, how to rotate the rooms. This also may have activated a poisonous sludge to spew out into the control room as well, but, you know, some to take the good with the bad. Quickly leaving and proceeding on, we found another entrance to a giant golden mammoth atop a gear. Kellisto went back to the control room and broke the star lever from its position and brought it back to use in the slot atop the mammoth's head. Valia inserted the star lever, and it started to turn the mammoth head. This activated the beginnings of several things. The first being a large stone dropped, crushing Ulfgar. And
you're not completely crushed, just
right.
to be like
Yeah,
only slightly crushed.
He's not dead.
Crushed.
yet. The second released several spined devils from a mural, but this was one of many murals, and the Mammoth gear was still rotating. Enter episode 69, Spin the Mammoth, win a prize.
Right, so first thing to do is to roll initiative, because they're dudes.
Is it? There we go. There we are. Hurrah! There's Ulfgar. And I gotta click on Aelia. Where are you? Where? I will also be playing as Aelia, a fighter cleric of the grave, Centaur, previously played by Rorax.
We're about to have technical pause because I think Monkey's about to join. So,
oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So, for those that are watching, our cameras may get disheveled. In that case, you may also start seeing them strangely rearrange themselves on the screen.
It's magic.
Yes,
Don't question it.
It's exactly what it is. Don't worry about it. It's fine. In fact, I'm going to move this above here. There we go. So, yeah, as I predicted, it has happened. And therefore, you guys get this. That doesn't help any because I can't see what I'm doing. So, where is it? Monkey Will is basically joining us. Oh my gosh, she's got a Christmas monkey theme now for her image, which is fabulous. Can I actually figure out how to do these? I think I'm going to have to...
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
It's been a crazy weekend.
No worries.
It has. Where is this? No, that one stays. This one stays. All right, so forgive me, folks, but I will have to delete our faces and add in new faces. In the meantime, people are going to end up seeing a little bit of the screen. Let's see. So, Kashcah, you want to continue on while I start rearranging?
Oh, sure. Okay, so let's see. If we got everybody's initiative.
Yeah, I rolled initiative for you, Monkey.
Okay. Got Aelia. Yep. Okay. Okay. So yeah, these spine devils emerge from the mural. It's like the mural on the wall comes to life, and these guys just step out of the picture. And I don't know if we've looked at these guys up close and personal before. So here's a picture of them.
Let me bring that down here so people can see.
And Kellisto, yeah, you can
That over here. That right there.
Okay.
kick it off.
Sure. I'd just like to say that Roll20 changed up their spell layout, and I don't like it.
If you click the eye, it goes away. That just shows you a description, so you don't have to automatically go into an edit mode. That's what I noticed, at least. Okay, so people, this is what I go through in order to make the images fit behind here. So you're seeing a work in action.
Right, mending. Who's mending what?
I'm not mending.
Sorry, I'm closing the descriptions.
What is... Sorry, I'm looking because I'm trying to decide if it's the same length. Okay, I'm just going to do the ice thing. I was looking at the lightning, but I think it has to be 60 feet in radius, and I don't want to hurt anyone.
Oh. Fair
But
enough.
the ice storm is much smaller.
Can you maintain the ice storm? I'm curious. I don't remember if it's just something that happens once.
I believe it just happens once.
Okay.
Let me double check. So this is where my complaint about their new system comes in. Because now I have to scroll around trying. Before it was easier.
Fair enough.
And I'm getting old and want to complain about everything.
I can't fault you for that one.
No, I was just thinking I do the exact same thing. Pretty sure. Yeah.
Well, I'm
But
not
you
going to say it's because you're
familiar
old,
with that.
because you're practically the same age I am. So.
So it is a 20-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder that's instantaneous. Each creature takes a 2d8 bludgeoning damage and a 4d6 cold on a failed save.
Whew.
Okay.
And now this is hazardous terrain.
Gotcha.
Glad I'm not in there, and I'm safe under my rock.
Sorry, the first one's the one that I rolled.
Oh, is this ice storm gonna hit me too?
It shouldn't. I'm gonna center it.
Softly slippery up here.
Killing you softly with snow wash. There we go.
It's a 20-foot radius, right? So if I center it on that one guy, everyone should be fine.
Okay. All right. Then let's have them make some dexterity saves. 4 of them. Oh, he fails. Natural 1.
Keep up the good work.
7. 16 also. Okay, so they all fail.
Yay!
All right. And
I like
they
this plan
get-
so far.
So the thing that you notice, Kellisto, is that the damage doesn't seem to be as effective as you expected it to be. You know, you cast the spell successfully, and it all seems to kind of like, go off well, but they seem to be less susceptible to that damage.
Like completely unfazed?
Not completely, but and it was a significant amount of damage. I mean, it's like 20 damage, right? So they are hurt, but you were sure actually that was almost going to kill them, and instead it only seems to have like half hurt them. You know what I mean?
Okay, well I initiate my flame blade right away then.
Okay, cool. Bonus action, flame blade. Okay. So, do you want to do any movement, or happy birthday, Sam?
Nope. I'm good where I'm at.
Okay. Aelia, I'm gonna control what Aelia does for just a second.
Okay.
To help with a slight thing that I did last week that needs a small adjustment. So the first thing that Aelia does is she takes her spear and
No.
and
No,
puts
she won't stab me, right?
Ulfgar out of his misery.
I completely forgot he was being crushed right now.
So Ulfgar, your legs are like trapped under this boulder. You're like half in, half out from under this boulder, right? And Aelia takes her spear, jams it under the boulder, and with all her might, and like all 4 hooves kind of braced against the floor, manages to kind of rock the thing back like the tiniest of bits, which is just enough for you to pull your feet out from underneath. So you kind of like pop out over here.
I'm glad I was wearing armor that was protecting me from getting crushed. In other words, I wore my steel-toed boots to the construction site.
So obviously you took the damage, right? But you are now kind of free from under the boulder.
Yay!
And
Move her back.
yeah, Aelia backs up a bit, and then the rest of, if you want to do any bonus actions or something, it's up to you.
I don't know that she knows that these guys are out here at the moment.
She might have been, I think she probably was aware of like Kellisto casting, and then the ice storm is not exactly silent.
Right.
There's this like tremendous noise of, solid stuff hitting the floor?
Well, she probably...
Ulfgar shorter.
I'm imagining him being pinned under there and her looking for a crook to get the spear under without, like, using Ulfgar. It goes between his legs, and she's like... and he's like, oh! So...
yeah, Ulfgar is not going to be doing any on-point ballerinaing anymore. Alright, go on.
But I imagine that she would probably come over here at least, so that's like 10 feet of her movement, and she'd probably see some kind of devils out here.
Devils,
Devils. And then
Yeah,
proceed to probably move out. That's what, another 20, 30. She probably just needs to go like 20.
So keep in mind that this is going to be like getting icy right here.
Oh, what is the area that it's covering right now? You said how big of
Pretty
a
much
radius?
this whole corner of the room.
It's
And
like,
it's rough terrain.
there you go. It's like that.
Oh, okay.
That right there. That right
So
there.
anything outside of that is okay, though.
Yeah.
All right. So then she'll just move.
Except it's more round than square, but I don't care.
All right. Well, for now, she'll move up here,
Okay.
and she'll use her ability to action surge and do a second action.
Ooh, okay. Oh, she's got reach as well, so she doesn't...
That was
Sorry.
pretty much it. She's going to be doing her lunging attack, I think, when you make a melee weapon attack on your turn. So I'm assuming that her first action was to free Ulfgar. So she's doing an action surge so she can do a regular attack.
Okay, cool.
Raise your reach for that attack. Yep. So she's expending one of her superiority dice, which is a D8,
Okay.
to extend her reach by 5 feet. And basically, if she hits, it's added to the result. So her attack with her spear is...
Oh my god.
I
Okay.
forgot that she is possessed by a bunny that gives her a bonus to Dex, which is what she uses to attack with the spear.
Also 30, really? That's obscene.
It's to hit, yes. She's got a +6 to dexterity, plus her 3 proficiency.
That's obscene. Okay. Go on.
So yeah, spear two-handed, and then plus an extra D8. So there you go. So
Which one are you attacking?
she can only reach one.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So after being pummeled by ice, Aelia just skewers that guy with a spear. Just
And then she proceeds
straight
to
through
move
the heart.
over there.
Shot through the heart.
And I mean, she might have. That's nice, by the way.
I keep trying.
That's an action. All right. So that's all she's gonna do for now.
Okay. Alright. It's their turn! This one... Flap, 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 flap. You see, they are winged, and they take off.
Which one's this one?
That one.
Okay.
Flies over there. This one is going to fly over there. And...
Oh, they're coming for the lizard.
This one's gonna fly right there. So they are not particularly bothered by the iciness because they can just take off.
Boo.
Boo. So they also do this thing where they swoop in towards you. They attack you. Let's see. Okay, so this one's gonna do. Wait, hang on. They've all got these like trident fork thingies. So this one here is going to bite and at Valia and then try and attack her with the fork. Okay?
I'm like, listen here, you spiny jerks, go away. I'm just swatting at him like.
And then he is going to... Ooh, hang on. So he came from there, so he's going to then...
How big they are?
They are... Hang on.
Size of a Sherman tank.
They're small, actually. So...
Model kit. The Sherman tank model kit.
Okay, this one is going to do the same thing. So he's going to bite, chomp at Aelia, and then attack with the fork.
Yike. Well, the bite doesn't do anything the fork hits.
May the fork be with you.
No.
Okay.
I don't want the fork.
Then he's going to fly over there. And part of their flyby ability means that they don't provoke attacks of opportunity when they exit your space. So, saws. And this guy is going to do the same thing. They're trying this tactic first. Bite and a fork. 11 probably doesn't hit Tobias. Does 11 hit Tobias?
Does 11 hit the west? No, does not.
Okay. Alright, so
You're
he does
thinking
that.
of Palkas.
And then flap, 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 flap. Over to there. Okay. So that is their turn. Valia.
Javelin into the face.
I know, right? Am I still spinning on this stupid thing? Is it still moving?
It is still moving, yep. It's
Okay.
slowly rotating. Ooh, I got an emote.
Let's.
Sorry. Emotes.
Yeah, I guess when I come around, I'm gonna aim for this first one. I'm going to, I guess, use my rage, which may be a bad idea, but I'm gonna do.
Okay. Oh, that just hits. It looks like he's gonna dodge out the, and then he it just catches him. So he takes some of that damage, but not as much as you would expect. Well, that definitely hits.
I'll take some more of that damage.
Okay. Right, he is still clinging on. He's got spear wounds now. He's been pummeled by ice, but he still has a little bit of life left in him.
Of course.
And those are my 2 javelin. They're on the. They're just hanging out on this thing. So now I'm gonna have to get down at it.
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna slowly slide off to the base of this thing.
Okay.
Hang out on the rotating platform.
All right.
And with my warhammer, I'm gonna pull that out, and that's my turn.
Okay. Right then, Ulfgar.
Ulfgar stands up using half his movement, and then kind of dusts himself off a bit. So here's the question: he can move 25 feet.
I mean, that's a statement, not a question.
Can he get in front
Look
of
at those
Kellisto?
corgis! Sorry. Yes, you could kind of like limp your way over there.
Okay.
Release the corgis.
Release the corgis.
Your feet are like not in the greatest condition at the moment.
All right, so
You're
he'll
like,
just
ow,
take 5 foot
ow.
step forward, and
Okay.
he'll shoot this guy with a firebolt then,
Okay.
and hope that does something good. So he'll
Well, one way to find out.
pew pew.
His firebolt fire damage?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it hits him, and he kind of grins back at you.
Does it do any damage?
Nope.
Okay. Then in that case, he uses his inspiration.
Thank you, Boss Bear.
And gives it to Kellisto. So Kellisto, you now have, let's see if I can find my inspiration shortcut. There you go. You now have this that you can use.
Yeah, it gives you this really kind of toothy grin when you hit him with the firebolt.
He finishes dusting himself off. And the inspiration, of course. There you go. Hold on.
That prop is never going to go away, is it?
No.
Hey, Tobias.
Okay. I probably. Tobias will probably knew that there will be not only enemies that we're going to face in this room. So he will go and do what's usually Aelia will do. He is going to summon spirit guardians.
Oh, okay.
What?
What do you... Okay, now you have to describe what your spirit guardians look like. You know, for effect and all that.
For Valia, it will be centaurs, but for Tobias, will be more. They look like serpents.
Okay. Very cool. So they're kind of like flying around. And yeah, very good. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So at the beginning of that.
And he's going to move out a bit closer.
Okay.
Don't be shy now.
Alright, so I think it's at the beginning of their turn, right?
Yep.
That they...
Yep.
Okay.
And hang on. Blade Master.
Oh, when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there. I don't
Yes,
know.
and as my bonus action, I'm going to have some power instance, which I'm gaining +1 AC.
Oh, it does say on a turn, doesn't it? Damn it. This one is kind of tricky. Like, I think we've... Okay, Blade Master, you missed the... Okay, +1 to attack rolls. Okay, very cool. Alright, so...
Look on this on the second part.
Yep, you game. Okay, on your turn, you can use your reaction to assume a parrying stance. Is that the part you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got the parrying stance coming up. Got it. Cool beans. Alright, and we got Spirit Guardians going on. So they... crap. I feel like I've like flip-flopped on when exactly this kicks in a couple of times now.
I think it's on the beginning of their turns.
I think that's how we've played it so far.
Yeah.
So this is this going to be radiant damage then? Because you're good or neutral?
Yeah,
Could
I'm lawful neutral. So
Okay.
It will be radiant.
Okay, doke. Alright, so that's your turn then.
Blinded by...
Callisto. Oh, hang on, actually. Oh, no, go on. Yeah, sorry, the thing will happen momentarily, but you still get your turn in before it does.
Oh, okay. I'm going to move. Here, and I'm gonna use my flame blade on this one.
Okay.
Or actually, no, I'm not. I just now realized that I saw him smile when the firebolt went at him, so I dropped my flame blade and I used my...
Oh, nice.
Oh.
So is that piercing damage? Yeah, piercing damage. Okay. So...
Are you pulling him towards you?
Nope.
on this one? Is that... Or this one? Okay.
And I think I'm going to add weapon damage using the inspiration.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Okay. That sounds good. So that's a D8, right?
I believe that's...
Oh, wow, nice.
I'm rolling pretty well right now.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. It does... Wait, hang on. Okay. So he looks like he's got about a quarter of his life left after that hit. Again, it's not like doing quite as much damage as you're used to when you successfully land these attacks. Okay.
That's all I have left.
Okay. So, so the next thing that happens, at this point, the mastodon statue, has rotated a complete turn, right? And, this is where, the next mural, begins to kind of shift and move, and out from it pop these three bearded devils, and they look super weird like this, because I mean, who doesn't want a beard like that? That is so weird. Okay, so
Stylish.
they pop out of the mural, and they are going to be added to the turn order. They go right after the spined devils.
Hooray!
Yeah, really. It is
Valia,
kind of Davy
stop
Jones.
that crazy machine! It's spawning devils!
It's like the 12 Days of Christmas, but but not really at all. It's like, wait, how many murals do we have?
Yeah, I was about to
1,
ask how many
2,
murals
3,
we have.
4, 5, 6. It's like the 6 days of
Death.
devil must. I don't know. Okay, so those guys kind of come to life from their mural and step out, and kind of take in the scene before them, growling a little bit, grumbling. Aelia, what would Aelia like to do? Well,
She would like to use
Holy
her
crap.
bonus action. Jeez, oh Pete's.
Jeez up it.
Jeez, oh Pete's. Crud. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay.
To the left of me, joke. To the right.
Trying to think if she's actually gonna cast a spell or not at this point.
Yeah, what you gonna do?
When they come for you. She could do another Spirit Guardians. That might be needed here.
Spell stacking.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. 'Cause, I mean, it is a concentration.
I mean,
thing,
it is
so-
their turn next.
Yeah.
Just say it.
So she's gonna Spirit Guardian.
Has anybody got an acid flask?
What? What? Why?
I can't tell you.
All right.
Sorry.
There you go. She's got Spirit Guardians turned on.
Okay.
And she stops going two-handed with the spear, picks up her shield.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, that's right. She gets. Jeez, what is her armor again?
Oh,
I gotta
jeez.
figure out her armor class. I forgot. She's got super dex going on.
Super thanks.
Yes. And that's it.
Okay.
That's all she's gonna do.
Okay. That's cool. Alright, so spined devils need to make 2 wisdom saving throws. 1 for Aelia and 1 for Tobias. And there's 3 of them. So let's start at the top here. And we're going to do... Oh, nat 20. Nice. Well, not nat 20. But okay. So he saves the first one and fails the second one. And this guy who do fail, I presume. What's Aelia's DC?
15.
Okay, so the first one is versus Tobias. The second one, oh excuse me, versus Aelia.
The question though, those Spirit Guardians, they apply my spell save DC?
Yeah.
So for Tobias it will be 17.
Okay. So, and then the last one down here again saves on the first, but fails on the second. So now I need Tobias and Aelia to roll damage on their Spirit Guardians, please.
Damage for it. Okay.
Yes, please. It is 3d8.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, hang on. Unless you're casting it at a higher slot. Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Alright. They are all dead.
Objective reach.
They just get pummeled by these Spirit Guardians.
The question, Kashcah, those are saves for?
Yeah. Oh wait, it was
next-
wisdom. It was wisdom,
Yeah.
wasn't it? God damn
It
it.
was wisdom.
Hang on, let me see if they're... Hang on, sorry. I'm an idiot. Okay. Yeah, they'd still be dead.
Fair enough.
Because they actually have the same bonus. They have a +2 for wisdom and for dex. So we can still use those rolls.
Are the
they're still
murals,
dead.
are they painted on the wall or are they on...
Oh.
What are they on?
Let's go back to that. They are painted on the walls.
Fuck. Okay.
Does anyone have an acid flask?
Okay.
Yeah, I do know someone who has acid breath.
Oh, that's a good point. So, okay, bearded devils, their turn. These guys are weird as...
2 of them are affected right away.
Is that one really?
By
This
toe.
guy here, he's got like a toe in it or something.
Well, I mean, technically, you could go 15-foot radius square and go crazy. So I don't know what you prefer. It's up to you.
I'm gonna say this one is affected and this one isn't. How's that? That seems...
Mm. Is he
As they're
gonna,
both kind of only partially in.
are they going to advance? Because it might not make a difference.
That is true. Yes, they are. And these guys cannot fly. There are no wings on these guys. 0 wings. Okay. So, they do have glaives, though. Like these big... Do they have that in their picture? Yeah, they do. So the thing they have in their picture, they actually have on them as well. And their beards seem to be moving as well. Like it's obviously not hair, right? But their beards are kind of like all like squirming around, and yeah, they look like almost like snakes. Right?
Okay.
Do they look like snakes? No, they don't. But they don't have snaky heads. But they are acting like as if they are snakes. So let's see. So I think they're just gonna do some of this. This guy's gonna move here. This guy's gonna move here, and this guy's gonna move here.
So then they all do get affected. But one of them gets affected by one, and 2 of them get affected by both. Right?
Yeah.
And is the one standing on a mammoth head?
No more than Valia is.
Okay.
Haha.
Well, I thought she was on the mammoth head.
No,
so-
she climbed down.
Okay.
Okay, so wisdom saving throws for all 3 twice. Here we go. First guy fails the second one. Wait, the second one was Aelia's, wasn't it? Okay. Second guy. What's Aelia's DC?
For what?
Her spell DC?
15.
Okay, so he... And then third guy... Okay, so one of them is hit by Aelia, so that's 14. So, wait, hang on. I did that wrong, didn't I? So let's do that. And then... Yeah, second one. Okay, so then, and then these two are hit by Tobias's. So, is that right? Did I do that the right way around? Yes, I did. Okay, so that is 10. Oh, math is hard, guys.
The numbers.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so they all kind of appear to take this this damage from the Spirit Guardians as normal. Actually, looks like normal damage. But then they're going to go ahead and attack you with their stuff. So this guy is attacking Valia, and he stabs at you with his glaive and misses. But then his beard also, like, this is so weird. Right, but his beard kind of writhes around and then stabs at you as well.
Creepy. Oh, shoot. Yeah, he actually gets me for 2 points.
Okay. And his beard does have poison damage potentially as well. So there is a Constitution saving throw to be rolled. If you don't mind, but okay, you succeed just fine. Okay. And then these guys are going to attack Kellisto in the same way. So glaive first.
Yep.
And then, wait, what is the 10 for?
Is it really 22 damage?
So it's, oh wait, hang on. If the target is a creature other than undead or a so you have to do a Constitution saving throw.
So I think the 12 is the glaive and the 10 is the extra effect.
Yeah. So that's not high enough, unfortunately. So
yes, 22 damage.
yep, the whole 22. And then the beard as well, which misses. And then this last guy attacking Tobias, same again. The glaive first, and then the beard.
Not the beard.
Beard misses.
Okay. So you can make a Constitution saving throw to avoid the 6 damage from the second part of the attack with the glaive.
Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so you avoid so you take 13 damage from the glaive, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's their turn. Valia.
Alrighty, hope they're ready. I'm gonna hit this guy down here.
Okay. That hits. Right, does it? Yeah, it does. Okay.
By the way, Tobias, that's a concentration spell you're maintaining.
It's a 12 minute.
So I'm supposed to roll again?
You need to roll a Constitution save to avoid losing the spell.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. The 12 does miss, yes.
And one more.
Okay, so we're going to include this in this save, or I should roll again?
It needs to be a separate roll for your concentration check, yeah.
Constitution save.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So the bite does hit. Oh, nice. Okay. So that's...
How much damage did you take?
He took 13 slashing damage from the glaive.
Okay. Concentration. It's so rare.
Okay. Alright. Anything else you're up to, Valia?
No, that's it.
Okay. Alright.
So you maintain the spell. Just barely, but you maintain the spell.
Alright.
Did he only get hit once?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It says every time you get hit. Even if it's all in the same turn. Ouch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's not. You're not bleeding now. That's like the secondary damage from the glaive, and he was managed to avoid that. So, okay. So that's then Ulfgar. It is your turn.
Okay. But I have reason to believe that perhaps a thunder wave might destroy a mural.
You can try.
I mean, it's on stone. Does a thunder wave?
Still does damage. It's just like it's considered, I guess, lightning damage. It says thunder damage, but we found out earlier.
Okay. You think you might be able to do enough damage to one of them or something? Maybe, possibly.
Right. Well, let's see how far he can get. So here.
Kind of limps forward.
Oh, that's perfect. That's exactly where I want him to be. So, can you make marks on the walls where the murals are for me? Please.
That's a lot to
Come on,
ask.
you just gotta draw a line.
God damn it. Alright, so let me start at the bottom here. So there's one right here.
Okay.
There's one there. There's one there. And there's one there.
Okay, and 2 have already been activated and are no longer on the wall.
That is correct.
Okay.
Well, the mural is there, but there's nothing in the mural anymore.
Okay. All right. So he's going to move
Sonic Boom Boys.
here.
It's been a while since you've used Thunderwave.
Well, we've been trying to keep quiet in a lot of cases. So.
Thunderwave.
I know.
No shouting in the clouds. In the cloud spaces.
So just to make sure, he's going to cast it at level 2. I don't know if it's actually going to ask me to do it or not, so I will click to find out. All right, come on. There we go. Level 2. Submit, and he is casting it in kind of this area down here. And obviously I would try to get the devil as well, but I want to make sure that I'm getting this thing, the the mural, because he doesn't want more devils.
No more devils.
No more devils. That's the top priority.
Okay.
So
Alright, so you cast it. Let me just check the documentation. See if there's anything in here about it. Otherwise, I'll just make my own call on it. Okay, no, there's nothing in there about it. Okay. So you cast the damage, and this one.
wait, what's this one? I missed?
This one here.
Okay.
Is damaged the most, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
the stone cracks and chunks of it kind of like break away, where the devils that were pictured in it are no longer whole. There were these kind of 2 really spiky looking devils in the picture, and they are kind of like no longer whole in there. This one is cracked a little bit, but not as much. Like it doesn't. The picture of the devil is slightly damaged, but not a lot.
Okay. And with that, excuse me, he will do another round of blowing his horn as a bonus action, and inspiring Kellisto once again.
Okay.
And that is the end of his turn.
Okay. All right. Tobias.
There you go.
Okay, let's go into the slashing. I'm going to target this devil in front of me.
Okay. Cool.
Or maybe I should get Arokh here. This is the question. Because I left him on the previous floor. Let's go to the slashing.
Okay. That hits. Okay. Right. He takes a wound from that, but is still standing. He looks...
Okay, and I'm maintaining the parrying stance.
Okay. Okay, and Kellisto.
For my bonus action, I am going to turn into an ape.
Nice. Okay.
Oh boy.
Well, I saw what Ulfgar was doing, so I will realize that the murals need to be broken, so I will head over to the one that's cracked but not broke,
Okay.
and I will attack it with my 2-fist attack.
Okay. So you don't really need to roll to hit, but
Okay.
some damage would be good, right? So, right, you a giant ape or?
Just a regular ape. It looks like it is a 1d6 plus 3 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. I agree.
Do I still have to roll 1d6 plus 3?
Yes, please. See how much damage you do.
And you're doing it twice, right?
Correct.
So then 2d6 plus 6.
Well, I already rolled once,
Okay.
so I'll do it again.
Okay. Alright. That's enough to break a chunk off the, you like pound into the wall with your big ape fists. And a chunk of the mural, kind of where Ulfgar had cracked it, breaks away. And the picture of the devil is now like he's missing a leg.
Perfect.
Okay.
Are there other devils or whatever in that one?
No, there's just the one devil in that picture, and it looks like very kind of like a typical, very kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Come on. Like the epitome of a devil, basically.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Beelzebub.
Yeah, very kind of traditional devil-looking dude. Okay. All right.
He's still in there. He ain't happy. Oh, major pain quote. Very nice.
Okay, so that's the end of your turn, I think. Unless you want to do any other movement or anything. Oh, wait a second, though. Hang on. Because you were standing here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, so he probably got a
Yeah, he would have.
chance to hit me.
He would have tried to swipe at you with his glaive when you moved away. Ah, he misses. Okay. Yay! Right, Aelia. Gee, these spine devils can get off my turn order now.
Did the thing turn once more? Because it seemed to do it at the end of my turn.
Yeah, so it's constantly turning, right? It's just kind of very slowly kind of rotating around the room. And it does kind of rotate past here and nothing happens.
Yay.
Nothing happens yet.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like rotating, you know, like it's facing this way actually at the moment.
It just delays it.
And what's Aelia up to?
So she's going to use her bonus action to give herself reach. which is another ability she has, and then she's going to attack this guy here.
Okay.
She is, however... Yeah, that's all she's gonna do there. She's gonna attack, and I clicked away. It's one-handed at this point. Nat 20.
Wow.
Oof, indeed.
Okay.
It's this bonus to Dex that is just making her stuff insane right now.
Seriously.
All right, so it's 20 piercing damage.
Okay. Okay.
Ijin is doing very good work with her.
Yes, I agree. So he takes a good kind of spear to the torso, but his skin seems, more steely than expected, and does not quite take as much damage as was dealt.
Okay, fair enough. And she finishes, and then it's just radiant damage time. It's radiant damage time.
Okay. It is indeed, because it is their turn, and hang on. In hers, there 2 are still there. Alright, so here we go with the wisdom saving throws once more. So let's do this a little bit differently so it's not so confusing. So we've got all 3 are in Tobias's. So let's do all 3 for Tobias first. We'll start with this guy.
What 3? I see only 2 of them.
There's one here.
One there.
And one there.
That's 3.
This. That.
Darn.
1, 2.
With any luck, after she's done rolling, there won't be 3.
One succeed.
Okay. Can you roll your damage? Was it 3d8, right?
3d8. Go.
Oh no.
No! Radiant damage is radiant damage, though, so...
So this guy succeeds, but he still takes half damage from that. And this guy takes the full...
No, not Rip
9?
Tobias. He's fine. He's fine.
And this guy takes the full 9.
I am dealing damage.
These guys are looking kind of worse for wear.
I'm fine.
Like they look like they're about... Well,
Fine.
these 2, this guy here and this guy here, look like they're about 3/4 done.
So you want to roll for the 2 in Aelia's then?
The 2 in Aelia's. Here we go. First guy, the one right in front of her, fails. And the one to the left of him succeeds.
Right, 3d8, yeah.
3d8, please.
Rolling the dice.
Big bucks, no whammies.
Oh no! It's all focused into the spear.
Oh, sad face.
Her ancestors are all like, "You're doing fine. You don't need us so much."
Oh wait, what did I just...
Alright, so currently this is the bearded devils making saves versus the 2 radiant damage area effects that are going on for Tobias and Aelia.
Yeah, alright. Now they get to retort. And
them and their torts.
this guy's going to move up, which actually Aelia or Valia, you can take an attack of opportunity on him if you would like to. He's moving out of your area.
What?
That hits.
What? Who?
And
Oh,
he takes
gotcha.
some damage from that. Okay. Thank you.
Very good.
And let's start with this guy, and he's going to do the same thing again. Glaive to hit Aelia. Is 13 hit?
No.
Okay. Whew.
Her armor class is 20 right now.
Good lord. Well, how about that? How about a beard at 20?
Did I say 20? I meant 21. All right.
And she does need to roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
Saving throw.
Okay. Whew. just makes it. This guy here is attacking you, Tobias. So, glaive.
It miss.
Okay. And...
Sorry, it hits.
Oh, okay. So, just... Okay. The glaive hits...
Both of them hits.
Oh, okay. So then 2 Constitution saving throw rolls, please. First one for the bleeding damage from the glaive, and the second one from the poison. Okay, so you fend off the bleeding damage from the glaive. Oh, and you're totally fine for the poison. Okay, no problem.
So
Tobias can make Constitution saving throws all day long. Okay. And this guy is going to...
I have +9.
That is ridiculous. This guy's attacking.
Sorry, I got +5 as modifier for
Okay.
Constitution.
Alright, that's not quite ridiculous.
These gods, they are godlike.
Okay. So, this guy's attacking you, Valia, with a 12 to hit you with the glaive, which I am pretty sure misses. And a 19 with his spiky
You
beard.
and this beard! Stop hitting me with that gross thing!
It's so weird. Get your weird beard out of here.
Get your weird beard out of here.
Weird beard. And if you could roll a Constitution saving throw for the poison, please. It's like poison. Oh, you're fine. Okay. And that's them. So, Valia.
I'm gonna hit the creepy guy again that keeps hitting me with his gross.
Yep, that hits. He looks like that one also hits.
Jeez.
He's really close to death at this point.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm taking my claws and I'm ripping his damn beard off.
You're like, give me that!
You're gonna feed it to him.
Gross, just ripping it.
Okay, yes, you finish him.
Yay.
Okay, I'm going to take the opportunity from this guy and I'm gonna go over here and I'm just gonna start trying to shred this painting if I can.
Okay.
I just yell back, you better hit me if you get a free hit.
Okay. Alright, so he's going
I
to...
actually need him to hit me to keep my rage going.
Gotcha. He's going to swipe at you. Oh, he misses horribly with his glaive. Sorry.
Well, the last guy hit me, so my rage should be good for the next round.
Okay.
Okay. Like
Yeah,
that,
that's true.
tough luck.
Alright, Ulfgar.
So his plans for doing area attacks against the walls have been foiled by his friends. So he is going to move over here.
No friendly fire today?
Well, you were claiming you wanted to be hit a moment ago, but...
We're helping.
I know you are, and I'm not complaining. So I think he's going to move up and around... Oh, he can move through. Ew. He can move over here. Wait, is this mural look like it's damaged enough in his mind?
It's missing a whole leg, so
it could spawn in legless?
I mean,
I'm just...
how do you want me to answer that?
Hey, no moving. You already took your turn. Get back there.
Whatever.
So
you haven't done anything yet.
Yeah, he's gonna come over here.
Okay.
And he's going to attack probably this one, because she hasn't attacked that one yet. She was moving to attack it.
That's correct.
Okay.
So this one, hang on, actually, I'm just going to show you what these murals look like, right? So you can kind of see.
Oh, she's got handouts, folks.
I do have handouts. This one looks like...
Handouts for days in this room.
Let's close that.
Yeah, seriously. That's what that one looks like.
Valkyrie.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That's this one. It's like flying Wonder Woman with dark armor.
That's the one.
And there's one of those in that image.
There's
yes.
one of those in that image.
Okay. So he does a full attack action with his adamantine rapier, which is it crits against objects.
Okay.
Against that image there, trying to slash it to bits as best he can.
Okay.
Which he gets 2 critical attacks with it. So where is it? Rapier. Excuse me. Sorry, I don't know why I clicked to hit thing, but. And then they both get, what is it for the rapier? I can't see the attack damage. Plus 1d8 on both of those. So that gets added to the first one. That gets added to the second one. And that's the total damage done to the...
To this?
Yes.
Yeah, that right there.
That right there.
Okay.
So it's like over 20 damage.
Yeah, like a chunk of like the mural where her body is kind of falls away.
Okay.
Okay. Just trying to find the handout for the last one. Oh no, there isn't one.
And
Really? That's no good.
is that a bonus action? No, that's an action. Doggone it. What spells did he have that are bonus actions that he could use to attack with? I thought he had... Oh, no, that's healing. Ha! Whoopsie. Sorry.
So one thing I do need to say, sorry
Yeah.
to interrupt. In all of these murals, right, that you guys are destroying, the images depicted are of the devils that you've been fighting, and they are fighting what looks like a Chultan warrior. Just
Okay.
so you know. So that's what kind of those murals are depicting.
Okay. That the devils are
Ours
fighting.
isn't in here. Ours is in another room.
Okay.
Sorry, so go on.
No, that's fine. So Ulfgar healing words on Tobias, because he looks like he could use a little pep talk. So let's see where's and he's gonna cast it at 3rd level. It's probably just gonna get 2 extra hit points out of it, but hey, why not? Let's click this. It is level 3. Submit. So there you go. 12 health.
Nice.
Yes, but usually high level roll sucks.
Right, it's not worth it. It's better to do a bunch of 1st level spells, but still. It's done. Okay, so we've done some smashes in on this one. And we've done some smashes in on this one. And I'm done with my turn.
Okay. I'm just importing a quick thing. So I can show you guys what the last one looks like. Whose turn is it next?
Toby.
It is Tobias.
It is I.
It is you. It you.
Yeah, and I'll be continuing slashing. Not smashing, slashing.
Okay.
We got another one
Okay.
to do this smashing job. Yeah, and I'm targeting this one in front of me. The one that I wounded earlier.
Okay. So he takes, that definitely hits, and he takes some of that damage. He has still got a chunk of his life left. Not a lot, but perhaps enough.
I should green flame blade.
Hmm.
Yeah, but no, but they are immune to fire damage.
Mm. Never mind.
Okay.
Okay.
And of course, I'm carrying my firing stance.
Okay. All right. So, parrying stance. So then,
Smash.
Kellisto. Okay, so continuing to smash this one here.
Yep, just for good measure.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you've broken a big chunk of it away now, and you feel fairly certain that this devil cannot now spawn in.
And it's the end of her turn. Or, sorry.
Towards the other one.
Okay. So you have a look at this one, and this one does not have, does not depict a fight scene at all. It shows, let me show you the picture. Well, it's kind of like this. It shows like that, kinda, except less strangling. But that you see the guy that's kind of standing on the right of the picture with the noose around his neck.
Mm-hmm.
It's mostly depicting him. He is kind of like looking down, but there isn't another person in the mural.
Okay. All right. That's the end of my turn anyway.
Okay. Right. Aelia?
She's gonna continue stabbing.
Okay. The stabbing.
Okay. She is... That's interesting and all, but I don't think she's going to do that. She's going to attack the bearded devil right in front of her.
Okay.
She might do a trip attack. Target die, yeah, the superior die. Nah, that really wouldn't be worth it. It would add extra damage, but she's just going to try attacking it. So let's just scroll back up. One-handed spear. 22 hits.
Yes, it does.
16 piercing.
Okay.
She's so peaches.
This guy is clinging to life. Just a tiny sliver of his health bar left.
Hold on a second. She's still going to do her... He's still got a weapon in his hand, right?
He does have a glaive.
Let's get rid of that. She's doing the disarming
Says,
on it.
No, let's not get rid of it.
She's expending a superiority die to attempt to disarm the target, forcing it to drop one item of your choice that it's holding. The glaive. You add the superiority die to the attack's damage roll. So that's an extra d8.
Yeah, he's like Samson, but with a really weird beard.
And the target must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, it drops the object you choose. Which it's d8, or it's 8 plus proficiency, which is...
So he has to make a strength saving throw?
11 plus 6. Yes, versus a DC of 17.
He fails?
He drops the glaive.
Okay, no more glaive. No glaive for you.
So... bonus action, she kicks the glaive away?
Sure. She's got 4 feet to do it with.
Yeah. And she ends her turn because she doesn't have anything else she can do.
Okay. All right. Okay, so he's...
Okay, what happened?
She just stabbed this bearded devil with her spear and disarmed him of his weapon and kicked it to the side. He still has the beard, but he no longer has a big like pole arm in his hand.
Weird beard, still in residence.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, the other thing that happens is the mastodon in the center is still rotating, passes this point, and nothing happens.
Okay.
So it's now kind of on its way back around, towards the entrance. Okay. I say okay so much, it's ridiculous. I need another word.
All
You
right.
might turn
Alright.
into-
All
You might turn
right.
into Alexa.
Okay.
Apparently, we discovered it's my 2-year-old nephew's favorite word.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
I mean,
For
I'm
everything.
not sure what that
Okay.
says about me, but okay. Damn it! No!
All right.
TPK.
All right. All right.
TPK. No, it's not okay. All right.
So,
Next person.
let's proceed.
Beardy McBearderson.
I'm trying very hard not to say that word that I'm now avoiding.
Beard.
McBeardy. So McBeardy is going to Beardy McBeardface is going to attack. Oh, but first they have to make their wisdom saving throws because they are quite close to expiring and they may not last long enough to attack.
One can only hope.
So they're both now in both Spirit Guardian areas. So let's do Tobias's first. So this guy is going to go first. Fail. And the second guy succeeds, I think. This guy rolls a 17.
Yeah, 17 is the DC.
Okay. Damn it! So could you roll your damage, please?
Well, that means he succeeds, Kashcah. You just need to meet the DC to pass it.
I know, but even if they succeed, they take half damage. So I still need to know the damage.
Oh, much improved.
This guy pops his clogs.
Clogs popped.
And this guy takes ooh. Okay, he has very little life left.
Well, let's see if Aelia can finish him off.
So last guy. Oh, what's the DC?
15.
Okay, so he
Right, that's
He
only a
makes his-
D8. Hold on a second. Let me add 2 more to that.
he makes his save, but
Oh!
oh, good lord.
So, total of 19.
Neat.
I like that, certainly. Instead of saying the other word, we're just going to say certainly from now on. Certainly. Actually, that doesn't quite work, right? All the time. So that's everybody. From
Alright.
So you all kind of like take a breath as
No, it's still spinning.
it is still spinning, but you get to kind of take a small breather as it spins around. Spin the planet.
to win.
Valia, is there anything you would like to do in this?
I'm gonna stand in front of this other painting and I'm gonna tell them, let's see what comes out of this one, just out of curiosity. So I'm just gonna hang out here, I guess, and be ready just in case.
Sounds good. I didn't say it. Ulfgar, how about you?
I would like to see if I recognize any of the people or things that are in these images, namely the Arinyes or Arinyes, and the dude with the thing wrapped around his neck. If I can recognize like their race or significance, perhaps with some kind of check.
Mm-hmm. So, studying the images, right, you do recognize that all of them are fiends, except for this last one. And when you all study this image in the last mural here, you notice a resemblance between the person who you see in this image, who actually looks, by the way, you think he looks like he's undead, but you notice a resemblance between the undead person in this image and the person who is in the rest of the murals. I mean, that is still partially there. You can still... Looks like the Chultan warrior who was fighting the devils in the other murals.
But now he looks undead?
In this one, he looks undead.
That's interesting.
Right. I guess Ulfgar will ready an attack action if a being comes out of there that decides to attack anybody. He doesn't know if this guy's going to be friendly or not, if he pops out of the painting, or what. So.
Sounds good.
Can I grab my javelins out of that dead corpse?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, totally.
During this time, I noticed that the others stopped destroying the murals, and so I kind of grunt to get their attention, and I just kind of hit the mural, not enough to do damage, but like, you know, trying to figure out, am I supposed to be smashed?
And Ulfgar's just kind of like... just...
I kind of like make a, I don't know, apes make that kind of growly noise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just walk over and pet Callisto on the head.
You have to kind of reach
growl at
up
him and I
because
walk-
apes are pretty
walk
big.
over here. I back away.
Sounds good. So then at that point, the mastodon has rotated enough to get to this area, starting to point towards the mural that you're all standing kind of staring at. And the mural does seem to kind of like, it actually starts to emit like a bit of a smoke, like right in front of it, kind of like right here, becomes a bit smoky. It's like the oh my god, nobody. The smoke kind of just wafting or pouring slowly off the mural itself. The other thing that happens is down the hallway, kind of like from this direction. So kind of like in this direction, like this. Wafts this kind of warm wind, and it's carrying the scent of jasmine and frankincense and kind of a weird like detritus or grave dust kind of smell as well. And yeah, so that's happening, and the smoke slowly kind of becomes more and more solid. Ulfgar, at this point, it's kind of getting in your face and in your eyes and making your eyes water a little bit.
You'd back up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I backed up some.
And Aelia is likely to use Eyes of the Grave as soon as whatever it is materializes to see if it's undead.
Mm-hmm. So the smoke slowly coalesces to become this humanoid kind of form. It looks very much like the picture that I showed you, right? He's barely recognizable as the man that has been fighting these fiends in all of the murals. And I should also mention, in the murals, he was riding the mastodon. I think I mentioned that like last week, but just to reinforce. So he does need a spa day. So he is, he steps kind of, well, not steps out, but the smoke kind of coalesces into this form of a decayed warrior wrapped in bandages. And yeah, if Aelia pings Eyes of the Grave, he does ping as undead. And he holds up this fairly gruesome chalice. It's gruesome because it's made from what looks very much like a human skull. He doesn't speak or say anything, but he does make eye contact with you. And he holds it up and out to you, like kind of like.
Does this chalice look like the one that I saw in my dreams?
Yup.
Way back ago.
It does.
Damn.
So he's just standing there, kind of holding this, not saying anything.
Sorry, I'm checking out a spell real quick.
I'm like, who are you?
And Aelia would probably say, "Come no closer, fiend, or you will taste my ancestor's wrath," because he's right at the edge of 2 radiant areas right now that nobody designated him to be safe from.
Rude. Just trying to give you a fancy cup, and you're all like, "You must die."
We're not buying.
So Valia, when you talk to him, he just holds the chalice towards you, like as if it's a manner that suggests he's offering it as a gift.
I'm gonna reach out and be like, "Hey, think there's something tasty in there?"
Are you taking it from him?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you kind of take the chalice from his hand, you see like that warm breeze that was blowing down the hallway starts kind of pulling at the edges of him, and it's like turning the edges of him back into smoke, and it just tugs more and more of his being away until like there's nothing left of him. He just slowly kind of dissipates as these wisps of smoke are tugged off him, and he disappears.
Well, that was odd. I'm gonna look at the cup and see if there's anything.
Well, as he disappears, you hear a rumbling from behind you all, and boop. The stone block raises up into the ceiling.
Aelia's poking at his remains with her spear.
There are no remains.
Okay.
That guy? You mean? He just disappears. Like he basically kind of turned to smoke and vanished again. So the chalice is let's see if there's a better description of this. This is a jeweled goblet that was crafted from the skull of a human. And yeah, it looks super fancy. So it's jeweled goblet.
Okay. Ulfgar looks at Valia, seeing that she doesn't seem to be experiencing any ill effects. Just holding it. He'd also probably mentioned to Tobias, probably safe to put away his. What did he have? Snakes, little flying dragonkin.
Yeah.
But he'd probably talk to Valia and say, what is it? I mean, it looks like a goblet, but I mean...
I'm just going to raise my hand and point on this. I saw that.
Where did you see it?
Yeah, I'm like, it's a fancy cup. What do you mean you saw it? I said, it looks like it's made out of somebody's head. Meh, it's neat. I'm gonna start tossing gold out of my pouch.
What is this princess name? Hang on.
Princess Moixanare.
Oh, your girlfriend.
Long time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the chalice that this is the chalice that Princess Moixanare wanted me to get back.
What
Do
for?
you have any idea who that was?
It's supposed to be a symbol of ruler of the Omu.
Do you know who the guy was?
No clue.
Well,
Hey.
I hold out the chalice. I'm like, if you're supposed to have it, then I guess it's your.
No. I refuse to to take this because I I suspected that will not go along with our mission.
Okay. I just
I did not expect it to get this from here.
I mean, why is that here? I mean, we're here looking for the Soulmonger, and here we found a proof of rulership of Omu.
I'm gonna get rid of turn order.
Okay.
I just I opened my pouch and put it in. There's like a trail of gold behind me where I was cleaning up the bag of holding a little bit to make room. I'm like, I just shrugged my shoulders. I was like, well, I mean, I'll hold on to it and maybe it'll come in handy for something. I'm like, well, that's it. I just kind of dust my hands off. I'm like, I'm out. I don't want to be in here anymore. But that was a fun ride.
Did she took the chalice?
I have it. And I just stuck it
Yeah.
in my pouch, in my bag of holding.
Okay, I'm fine with it.
Ulfgar says, well, at the very least, perhaps the Aarakocran peoples will appreciate the added gift. I mean, they were very generous to us. They've been some of the only friendlies along the way.
If we only make it alive.
We'll be fine. I mean, look, I just got crushed by that boulder up there and I'm still doing okay.
He's limping badly.
You're a dwarf. You're practically made of stone.
Be one with your people.
I'm like, maybe we should stop in here and have a short rest or something. I could use a little bit of a rest.
I think that would be a good idea.
I yell across the room, Callisto, you can change back.
Yeah, true. Maybe Arokh and Tinder will catch up with us.
What's
I
the
grunt and I go lay down and change back into myself.
That's a good question, actually. So the Mastodon, after Mr. Smoky Guy appeared, the Mastodon finished that rotation to where it was facing north again and then stopped. Thank you for asking that. Just so you know. It's still icy over here.
So
It's starting to melt a little
Ulfgar says, well, I know that at least a couple of you are a bit stronger than I am, so can you help with moving the bodies to a different area so we can rest? Perhaps toss them over in the ice puddle?
I'm gonna start a dragon. I'm gonna go over here and drag 2 of these little devil guys. I could probably take both of them over here.
Why don't we just rest in that other room where there's no body?
What other room?
Oh, the one with all the armoires or whatever.
Yeah.
No, that's got like melted things in there. I don't want to be in a room where things got melted.
Okay.
For a little man who got squished by a cousin of his, I mean, come on, you sure have an opinion.
I'm fine. He was just giving me a piggyback ride, that's all. Thank you, Aelia.
I'll start shoving bodies over.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
So-
he'll do the whole
We're shoving the bodies all into this corner. Is that what's happening here?
the Ulfgar
These,
bubble.
those little, like, weirded, bearded guys have anything else on them besides the trident that does poison, which I'm going to stick in my bag?
So they had the weird beard guys had glaives.
Yeah,
But they were using they didn't have any special armor. It was all kind of natural armor. They have like some kind of ornamentation, like bracers, but they seem to be like just ornamental rather than actually functional. And the spiny guys had these little trident dudes, but again they had just natural armor.
okay. I'm going to chunk one of my crappy spears out that I carved, and I'm going to put that glaive in with my good spear.
Okay.
I'm like, look, I got poison stuff.
That's nice. Ulfgar just kind of sits down and starts doing his ritual. And he pops up the bubble in about 11 minutes or something like that.
Okay.
The poison
good.
comes from the glaive itself, or
So
they had it? They
the-
had something.
The glaive didn't have poison on it. It was it had a quality that provoked bleeding. So if they hit you with the glaive, then that wound might be. If you couldn't kind of throw it off, then that wound would bleed.
May I try to extract some of the poison from the beards?
Sure.
That's gross.
Like, let's say I'm gonna try to extract at least 5 vials.
You best be careful you don't poison yourself with that stuff.
Do you have like do you have any equipment to do this with, or like do you have kind of?
So I was just thinking about like just
He's got his multi-tool.
making
chatter.
a cut and just squeeze it.
Are you milking this guy's beard?
That's one way to put it.
Okay.
I'm curious how you're going to use chatter in an inappropriate way for this one.
All right. So you do that, and you get a liquid that you're not sure if it's a mixture of the devil's blood and the beard itself, or the poison, or yeah, sorry.
I'm not quite sure what you got from it, but you're milking something.
Yeah, there's some kind of liquid in your vials now.
I'm just like, Tobias, do we need to leave you alone for a little bit? We need some time.
There we go.
So you have 5 vials of an unknown liquid from these guys' beard.
That's
That's
gross.
just wrong.
Oh, come on, that's not the worst thing that D&D player done.
That's true.
We have not reached the level of absurdity yet.
Alright, so you've got the bubble going, you've got the dome going up, Ulfgar, and you're taking a long rest in here?
That's the intention.
Okay. Anybody else want to do anything besides weird beard activities?
No, I'll take the first watch though.
I'll take the first one with Kellisto.
Yeah, I'm going to take a middle watch.
Ulfgar takes the last. As does Aelia.
Okay.
Where's Flippy, by the way?
Flippy is
He's with
what's her name?
All
warrior
right.
chick.
Yeah. Okay.
He's
He's watching
upstairs.
her.
Your rest. I'm just having a look. Lucanu, that's who he's with. So your rest goes undisturbed. As usual, you will see the albino dwarves kind of like, you hear these footsteps coming kind of down the hallway here.
How did they get in here this time?
And you have a look. They have a look down the hallway. They see you guys here and turn around and walk in the opposite direction.
I just yelled, "There's bodies to clean up in here."
There is no motion that they hurt you. They just keep on trucking.
Maybe they are deaf.
Can they see us in the tent?
Oh, that's
he-
a good. Would it have been opaque or?
It's difficult to say at this point. I really hadn't decided. I guess they probably would have seen us. I mean,
So it's
he would have made it
transparent.
about as transparent as it looks on the screen.
Okay. All right. So after your long rest,
And for those that are curious, I cast a spell. It's Leomund's Tiny Hut, which is like a bubble.
after your long rest, you're is undisturbed, aside from the usual weird dwarf activity.
Dwarf nanigans.
Yeah, and I suppose Tinder and Arokh could make their way towards us, perhaps.
Yep, you could do that. Hang on, let me get them. The ice is melted.
Yay!
It's kind of a gooey puddle of dead fiends now.
Smells wonderful.
I wake up and I kinda stretch out. And I'm like, oh, okay, let's go. I hate this place.
And so here, Arokh and Tinder. Slimy, it says funny. Alright, so where you going? What you doing?
We have no idea what's changed.
Well, we got an object we weren't intended on picking up. I sure hope this isn't the point of the tomb. I mean, this is where the Soulmonger's supposed to be. Still wasn't
There might be
expecting this.
more levels, and there's that bridge that we haven't been able to access yet because of we have to turn the room.
Yeah, somebody's gonna have to
Yeah.
find a bullet, go in that room. I don't have
Yeah,
to.
we can do that if the controls are still functional.
I'm
I go
curious.
try and grab the hand.
Can we actually get back into the last room we were in? Did someone else turn it?
So, like, up this hallway here?
Yeah.
I'm going up the hallway.
Yeah, so you go up here and you see that the room is rotated to look how it looks here.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Step in. Yell across. Yep. It moved. Come on.
I follow.
So what you see over here is a portcullis. So let me describe that part to you.
Here?
That's it. Hang on, do you see it on the... Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Hang on. Maybe it's on the other layer. Let me... Yes, it is. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Like that. Like this. Like that. So there is a portcullis there. Where the heck is this? Oh, there it is. So it looks like it's made of metal. The bars are spaced about 4 inches apart. And yeah, it's blocking access to that area.
I just sigh. I'm like, well, it looks like we're gonna have to deal with this room anyway because we can't get across, and that's the only way.
So open the boxes.
I'm gonna start looking at. I'm not gonna touch it yet, but I'm gonna look at this box right in front of me.
Okay.
I kind of forgot what they were.
No worries. So that one has crap, where is it? Depicts a scene of an army of orcs clashing with an army of hobgoblins. Hey!
Well, I yell. I'm like, this box has an army of orcs and hobgoblins. What's in your box over by you, Callisto?
I look at the box next.
Okay. That box depicts The scene on this door depicts twisted, screaming humanoid faces wrapped in chains. Super fun.
Bunch of humans who are basically in pain. And then I go to the next one.
Yeah.
This one. This door depicts ghouls gnawing on bones. That one, that one right there, depicts the face of an ornate clock. And the last one depicts a grinning night hag with a swaddled human infant in her arms.
Oh, okay. So we
Really
can
wish-
go with clock face or hag.
Yeah, I wish we would have brought that clock.
I told you we should have brought it.
Oh, don't get him started.
Ulfgar takes a look at the gap and tries to figure out if they'd be able to fit through the gap.
Wait, which gap?
This gap.
You think you could squeeze through?
Does he think everyone could squeeze through? Not all at once, obviously.
I think you think Aelia would have some trouble, as well as Arokh and Tinder.
Okay.
Oh yeah, don't forget we have our 2 dragon friends with us.
Mm-hmm. Well, if
So,
we need to, one or more of us could squeeze out down here, or perhaps at the northern side there might be another opening, and try splashing about into the control room to rotate things to a different way. But
it's a long ways to go back.
But I'm also worried that there are melted things in this room, and I don't want to be a melted thing in this room.
Well, how about everybody stand over here by the door where you are. I'm gonna open this box with the clock face.
All right then. Like in the hallway.
Yeah, about this general area, right here,
I'll just stand over here, like, farther
like
away.
directly in front of the box.
You know that
Side.
I could try opening that portcullis with magic. What's beyond it anyway? Did you look down the hole?
Looks like a hall.
I'm just thinking about your age and if you mess with more clock faces.
Listen here, buddy. You don't talk about my age. I have a fine lizard skin, thank you. I'm gonna open that box, I guess, or try to open the box.
Okay. So you open the doors, and you see. Sorry, I'm far away now. You see enormous interlocking gears and cogs stretch as far as you can see. Suddenly, a spherical construct with spindly legs and small wings tumbles through the open doorway.
And I shut it behind it when it comes out.
Oh, wait, what?
This is an open doorway?
Yep. It's totally Narnia in there.
Okay.
And
oh crap.
I'm like,
whoops,
ooh, infant.
Sorry.
Oh crap! Here comes something. Get ready. Golden
so yeah.
snitch.
Do you want to see? I think they're super cute.
Yeah.
That's how it always starts.
Oh, it does. Oh, look at his little sword.
And he's got like the little monocle going on, which is ridiculous because he's
Yeah, that is.
So it lands, it kind of tumbles out of the door, and lands kind of on the floor in front of you, Valia. Like its little legs are like kind of like you can hear the little kind of gears and stuff grinding, or not grinding, but like whirring as its little legs kind of move around in the air. And finally it kind of rotates its legs so that its like legs are under it, and then pushes itself up to stand. And then it kind of looks at you, Valia, with one big blinking eye, like blinks a couple of times, and turns to the wardrobe and hang on. And is
I'm
gonna
like, "Oh,
and
look
like
at this
reaches
little guy."
reaches for the door handle with its little hand and is like trying to open it. But
I'm just gonna hold it closed. I'm like, we don't want no more of you until we figure out what you are. So just hang tight. But can I like reach out and touch him? See if he'll let me touch him.
He's got little typewriter buttons on his head. You can just
I know.
They're like actually little trumpet keys.
Oh.
Yeah, you can reach out and touch his little shiny metal noggin.
Can I hold my hand open and see if he'll sit on my hand?
Touch.
He's kind of big. I mean,
He's kind of big. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, look at him. He's so cute.
Is he like medium size?
He is medium size. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they are medium size.
So I know what that is. Is there a possibility that Ulfgar might know what that is? And if it's a danger?
I think and these guys usually inhabit what am I thinking? The like in the multiverse, they're usually on the plane of law, right? Aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that that it's fairly common knowledge. Kind of, you may not have ever seen one before, but you have like an idea that that this thing is a modron.
I'm like, oh, of course, look at this little guy.
I best leave it alone. Put it back where you found it then.
Well, if I open this, what if more come out? Are they dangerous? I don't know what it is. But look at him. I'm just kind of like scratching his little metal head. Like,
They can be. Just don't do anything that would be considered wrong, or else you'll have it would be bad. Just put it back where you found it.
The modron's kind of like he kind of like moves around the side of the wardrobe and is kind of like tilting its big head, like blinking its big eye, like, and it's got these little hands and it's kind of like touching all over the wardrobe, like
They're like little law enforcement agents, but
I'm like, okay, I'll open the door back up. I'm like, here you go. I kind of usher him, like, here you go.
So hang on, because you try to open the wardrobe and it does not open.
Uh-oh. I
what's
have
the
a
matter?
problem now.
Is it stuck? What's the matter?
It doesn't want to open back up, and I think he wants back in.
Or maybe he can open it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to mention one thing. Sorry, there's so much going on. Above the portcullis, set into a metal plate where these metal bars are dropped down, is a row of 5 red crystals shaped like drops of blood. Just a tiny detail. Just a tiny detail.
Oh, well.
I think you gotta kill it, Valia.
What?
But I don't. But can we just kill the hag and the baby instead?
No, wait. We're not killing anything here. What's the matter? Surely it can get itself back in.
Can I walk over to this thing and see? Can I point over to the door? I'm like, can you open that? I don't even know if it understands me. I'm just like, hey, can you open that over there?
So it looks at you, blinks an eye, and then goes back to checking the wardrobe. It's just like with these little like mechanical hands, just like checking the door. It's just going over the door like in tiny inches.
I
Tiny
just shake
inches?
my head and I was like, good luck, buddy.
Inch by
You
inch,
can open
just
that.
like checking like along all the cracks of the door and everything.
I walk
I'm like-
over to the portcullis and I point up at the thing above it and I say, see, look, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I point to all the things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right. Let me try something. He cast knock.
Nothing happens. Nice try, buddy.
Well, we fought ghouls before. So we're pretty familiar with those, and those are fairly easy. I just shrug my shoulders.
Okay, let's do that one.
Night Hack, pretty nasty. I don't know what kind of baby she's holding. It looks human, but we don't see its face. Could just be like weird teeth and nothing else, because we've seen some really weird stuff. I think we should go for the ghouls. What do y'all think?
Why
Or
don't we
could
just...
open all of them and then let them kill each other?
Oh god. Actually, I could
Ah.
probably do that.
But what about this guy? He's so cute.
Well, what
Yeah.
about like going down in between this area and trying to go back to the control room? Then we don't need to
Not
fight
all of us
anything.
can fit.
Well, I mean, then one of us can turn it, and then the rest of us can get through. Oh, but then again, I guess we don't get through the portcullis room.
Yeah.
I just shake my head yes at you. I was like,
I'm sure it has to go someplace we have to go to. Otherwise, this room wouldn't have turned. once
I
we
know, I'm
defeated
just
the
like
mastodon.
slowly making my way over here to the ghouls box.
Ulfgar's like, just hold up a minute there before you start throwing all the doors wide. I mean, that's what ended up happening with the Mammoth room, and we ended up being a lot easier if we'd have just erased a few pictures first.
Yeah, but
I
we
was
didn't
like, we didn't know that. But did you die?
No, but I came very close.
I just look at Tobias. I was like, what do you suggest? You're being quiet over there.
I have no idea what to do. For this timing.
Look at that guy over there. He's so cute. Look at.
Open the door, Valia! Open the door!
Oh,
I'm gonna reach
jeez.
out real slow to the door.
So you try to open this door, and the door does not budge.
Oh.
Okay, no dice. This does not open. Something's not right.
I reach for the two human faces and chain. The twisted human faces one.
Same thing. The doors will not budge.
Uh-oh. Night Hack? I'm gonna see if I can open that one.
Same thing. Doors won't open.
I just look across this. I don't think we need to try that one. Doesn't seem like these are opening now. I don't know what happened. I didn't break it. I just immediately, I didn't break it. I think that guy broke it. Maybe that guy needs to open them.
Ulfgar, can't you? Would you be able to communicate with this thing?
Yeah, Ulfgar, you talk to a lot of stuff.
Yes, but it often takes me 10 minutes or more to do so.
I mean,
We
it looks
have,
like we have time.
nothing but time.
Oh, now you'll wait. Okay. he starts doing his ritual for 10 minutes so that he can do comprehend languages. And he says, "There. Now I can understand what things say to me, but they can't understand me any better than they could before." And he walks over to the monodrone and says, "Hello, can you understand me?" And he's trying to get its attention.
So yeah, the monodrone looks at you for a brief instance, and then still goes back to checking all the doors.
I might be able to help you get back to where you came from if you'll talk with me.
He's just checking like the wardrobe, like every inch of this wardrobe. He's checking over.
That's a wardrobe. Yep.
I'm gonna
Okay.
walk back over to it and I'm gonna start looking at the wardrobe. Can I climb on top of this thing?
I believe you can. Yes.
I sigh.
I'm gonna climb on top of it and look.
Yeah, it's about 6.5 feet tall. So sure.
So,
Yeah, I'm about 6 feet tall or so.
do you guys want me to just go down the hallway and see what's down there and see if it's worth doing anything?
I'm just
I can
crouched
get
on top
through
of this wardrobe. I'm like,
Actually, it's not a bad idea.
All right. You said 4 inches apart?
Yes.
hop over as close as I can, and then I turn into something. Something small. Cats can get through 4 inches, right?
I've seen cats get through 1 inch.
What?
They were small cats.
Okay, so you transform into a cat and kind of slip between the bars.
Yep.
And you see, actually, I mean, you guys could see this anyway, right? In front, you see this hallway that proceeds and then turns left.
I will continue going
Excuse me.
True. Cats do not have
stealthily
that.
like a cat.
True facts about a cat. No
What's
butt rope.
Excuse me.
Okay, so you see these, hang on, 10, 20, 30, it's probably to about there. You see, let me get the description, make sure I'm not missing anything, like, you know, important crystals above portcullises or anything like that. You see stairs going down. And the floor is littered with, down here, right down at the bottom of the stairs, you can see the floor is littered with tarnished coins, pieces of armor, broken shields, axe heads, just all this kind of bits of scrap metal. And there is, on the walls down here, are graven images of rotting corpses.
Well, that sounds great.
Ulfgar casts light on a coin and tosses it down the hallway.
Pretty sure, don't cats have dark vision?
Nope. Ting, 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 ting.
No, they don't?
Nope.
For realsies?
For realsies.
That's weird.
Unless the DM deems it.
Well, I'm glad you threw the light after. So you see, there is an opening in the hallway there.
When he threw the coin, I picked it up with my mouth, so that I could at least like. You said you cast light on it, right?
Yep.
Just in my mouth. And I continue down, picking my way gently through.
Okay.
Without...
You do see, so at the end, at the west end of the hallway, over here, hang on one sec before you get too far. I'll make sure that nothing weird happens here. There's a yawning archway, has a keystone adorned with an iron bull's skull, which bites down on an ivory ring. Your cat self is fine.
I'm thinking, don't put your head in its mouth.
Well,
there,
that's
like right.
there is a door there, yep, and you see stairs going down.
And is this a door as well?
So that's the archway, right? And the iron bull's skull is the keystone in the archway. There isn't an image, unfortunately. This is just an archway here, so you can have a look through here and hang on one second. What? No? What's going on? Hang on, sorry. Roll20's being weird. One moment. Why? Okay. Oh, okay. I see what's... What? That's kind of broken.
Are you okay?
Peachy. Okay, there we go. What the flaff was that all about? Sorry, it was a broken thing.
What happened?
It was a broken thing. Okay, so in this room. Now I've got that sorted out. This room is pretty weird.
What?
Circular room. Looks like that. And let me describe this to you. So hot wind tinged with the smell of burning oil blows down a 40-foot diameter vertical shaft. Stone balconies protrude from the walls on opposite sides of this expanse, with the west balcony being 15 feet higher than the east one. Two thick chains rattle in the gulf between the balconies, one ascending 200 feet before disappearing into a cloudy vortex lit by arcs of purple lightning. The other wrapped around an enormous metal gear floating 100 feet above. Another 100 feet below the gear, a second vortex rages.
My cat self nopes itself out of there and heads towards the stairs.
Okay. Alright, so you're going down the stairs.
She chose down.
She chose down. Alright, hang on. 1 second. I was not expecting you to get that far.
Wait, they could just walk through the portcullis that's unopenable? Dang. Okay.
Well, I knew one of you could, but... Oh, god damn it. This page has stupid dynamic lighting crapola. 1 second. I need to enable that, disable that, disable that. Okay. Right, now I can go to that and do that. And then I need your token.
Oh.
I'm going to copy that. Is there anything you guys want to do? Our cat Kellisto is on the move.
Ulfgar will start his cat summoning ritual. It will take some time.
Sitting on this top of this thing and just looking around, watching this cool little mechanical guy.
Okay. All right, I'm going to move anything. How about you, Tobias? Sorry, before I do anything else.
Yeah, probably I'll be keeping an eye on this mechanical eye.
The Modron? Okay. So I'm going to move you guys over then. And there should not be like very much visible on this map except a tiny staircase down where Kellisto is. Okay. So let me get you the description of this room. And okay, so let me reveal the rest of this room as well.
Yeah.
Like that. Okay. So there's a lot going on in this room as well. So green smoke billows out of a bronze cauldron in the middle of this 20-foot high vaulted hall. Barely visible through the haze are 3 rocking chairs, several workbenches heaped with haberdashery, a spinning wheel, and a rusty iron cage containing a prisoner. Galleries stand 10 feet above the floor to either side of the room.
So that's filled with green smoke. And what kind of prisoner?
It's difficult to see. You can see kind of a humanoid shape in the cage, but with all the green smoke that's kind of billowing around this area, you cannot see, like, even if it's like male, female, what race.
I will, you're gonna love me for this. I'm gonna go ahead and go back.
Go back up.
Head back towards everyone.
Okay. All right. So let me move
Sorry.
you back over there.
So
There you go.
Ulfgar is over by this wardrobe here, and he's been like saying, all right, I'm going to perform the ritual of Cot Summoning, and he reaches into his pack and he pulls out a bottle of ink and he sets it right on the very edge of the wardrobe. And he backs away and holds his hands up as she arrives.
Yeah. Scarlet Cat has a very good point. You do think that whoever or whatever was in the cage was alive.
I head back. I don't know if anything happens between now and then.
Not to you, but is anybody else doing anything?
Just the cat summoning ritual. That's
The cat summoning ritual. Okay. The Modron is kind of like has thoroughly investigated that wardrobe and now kind of moves over to this wardrobe and is doing the same thing, just like going over every inch of it with its little like metal fingers, and you can just hear like there's this constant kind of faint whir of gears from inside his giant mechanical blobby head.
Blobby.
I'm gonna hop down off that one and follow it.
Okay. Yeah, he just kind of goes over every inch trying to get... It looks like he's trying to get into the wardrobe.
I'm just like, man, if you can open these, that would be great, but good luck.
We can always force it open.
I mean, this is true. I could force it open.
So there's a prisoner back there. Oh wait, did you turn back into yourself?
Nope. I'm just waiting to see if I'm back or if you guys are still doing all this stuff while I'm.
No, you do return, and there's a really tempting-looking vial of ink on the edge of the wardrobe. It's so difficult to resist
Actually,
knocking
I
it off.
that he's standing right next to it, so I of course jump up there and bat it into him.
Which he will mage hand to catch it, and
Oh,
good to see you back.
Make a dexterity check. Let's see if you can catch it in time. Or if you're going to be covered in ink.
It's bigger. Oh, that's a save. Sorry, hold on, let me try. Just a regular dex check. My bad. Big difference, actually. Yeah.
Nope. So, I mean, you look like you're kind of Rorschach now. You've got like blobs of ink all over your face.
And the ritual is
and
complete.
It like smacks you in the face, and yeah.
I turn back into myself, laughing wholeheartedly.
And he starts prestidigitationing himself clean. But yeah.
Yep. Cat 1, Vallen 0.
So the passage leads to a weird circular room with lightning and stuff, which I don't know if we need to go to, but it also leads down into the next level.
There's another level below.
Apparently, there's always another level below us.
By the beard.
And in that level, or at least in the initial room, it was all smoky and there was somebody in a cage, but I don't know who or what. But it looked humanoid. So I think we have to go through here to get to the next level.
So, anybody got any ideas how to do it? Sure, I mean, all I've got is going back to the control room, and that'll just rotate things. That won't actually open the gate, though.
I still think we have to kill each thing that comes out of these wardrobes.
But why do we need to kill this little guy? He didn't do anything wrong.
Look at the thing up above there. The little slots for... They each probably have something we need.
Can I pick this little guy up?
Yeah, you can pick him up. His like when you pick him up, his like arms and legs are like all over the place, like, and he's trying to like grab a hold of things. He's got these long spindly fingers, and he's trying to like grab things, and eventually he'll kind of grab you, and like now you've got each other, you know. It's like
I pick him up and I hold him out, and I'm gonna carry him across over here. I'm like, well, I got this guy. What do you want to do with him? I don't want to kill him, but if we need to.
Did you ever think that maybe we just need a prick of blood or something? Or whatever the life juices are in these things? Why are you all about killing everything? Dear God. Yeah, I'll have no hope being diplomats in the future.
Diplomas.
I didn't know that guy.
Diploma.
No diplomas for you.
Yes, I'm gonna set him down on top of this this one over here.
The alternative,
Kinda-
Ulfgar, would be for you to turn each one of us into something small to get through those bars.
I don't have that many casts.
I'll prick my finger and like squeeze some blood out and be like, okay, look, blood. I don't think it's gonna work that way though.
Yeah, nothing happens.
I can go back to the control room and try turning it, and Ulfgar can tell me via his little remote voice whether it's working.
Yeah, but we still can't get through here regardless.
Well, what if that door, and I point to the other door, if that door lines up, maybe it'll...
Did you find any other passages that connected?
connect to...
That connected, you know, to other dead ends that might have opened up if we rotate this thing.
I just found the stairs downstairs, and then there was that weird room which I didn't really because it looked weird.
Well, he walks over to the monodrome guy and says, "Can you like prick your finger with it? Does it have the dagger like it looks like it has, or the rapier or whatever?"
Let me check. One moment. It does. Yes.
Can you prick your finger and hold it up to one of those things? We think this might be the key to getting us out of this room.
So the right, you'd set him on top of the wardrobe, is that right, Valia?
Yeah, I just
Okay.
rolled him up there on top of that twisted human faces.
Okay, so he's kind of climbing down at the moment off this wardrobe, very like he's kind of like got this like whole almost like hydraulic like just gradually lowering himself down to the floor, and his feet touch the floor, and he kind of like gets his bearings again, just completely ignores you and goes back over to this wardrobe and is checking.
I fear if we try and take whatever oils it might have forcefully, it will become angry. I would.
So what options do we have?
Ulfgar walks over here and casts knock on the wardrobe.
Nothing happens.
Darn spell, what's the point of learning it? Alright. That's 2 knock uses.
I'm like, well, who's gonna kill him?
Nobody.
So you want me to go to the control room then?
Well, there are other avenues we might be able to connect with. I mean, you said you saw some weird area over there. Maybe there's another way of getting to that weird lightning room or whatever.
Can you make somebody small to come with me?
Yes. Let's see. I could turn them into another creature.
Yeah, they just have to get through the bars.
How about an imp?
Who wants to be an imp?
I looked at Valia.
I'm
Yeah.
not even paying attention. I'm like staring at this thing, like because I've never seen one. I'm just like, this thing's so.
Why don't you just come with me, Ulfgar? Come on.
All right, fair enough. I mean, if I take the damage, I can always transform myself again. So instead of an imp, he would go with a pseudo-dragon,
Okay.
which is a more good aligned, same size, tiny entity.
Okay.
So like a little flying dragon. So polymorph.
Who are you polymorphing?
Myself.
Bum bum bum. Okay. All right.
And he goes to say, "We'll be back soon," but instead it comes out as "Meow."
With a little puff of smoke.
Does it speak Draconic?
Maybe they do. I don't know.
Oh god. Wait, pseudo dragon?
Yeah. P.S.
Yeah. Pseudo dragon.
Or is it UE? Oh, there it is.
It's EU. Languages. Understands Common and Draconic but can't speak.
Oh, there you go.
So yeah, you let out a little.
We'll keep that for
I
now.
just say in Draconic, I was like, you look absolutely silly.
Oh, if only there was an image of a pseudo dragon. They're fabulous little critters. Come on, shrink.
I don't think I have one.
There we go. Anyway, so he turns into one and kind of flies across and then lands on the ledge and just kind of
I do have one.
squeezes through. You have one? Really?
There we go.
Yay!
I've got all the pictures. Well, maybe.
Nice. Oh, this one's got like a little scorpion tail looking thing too. Neat. All right. So, like I said, though, he hops across, goes through. Kellisto, I'm assuming you turn into something else. He's flying
I
and
think
stuff.
it will be a little bat this time.
Okay,
Okay.
probably a better choice.
Great. Following me?
Yeah, I gotta grab my token. Sorry, I got the wrong thing to grab my token with. Do.
Alright, so you see the same thing. The floor down here is littered with like all kinds of scrap metal. And the walls have these paintings of not fun stuff. Hang on, I can't actually remember what it was. Damn it, there's so many murals down here. Which one is this? This one is rotting corpses.
Wait, which mural is rotten corpses?
There's the grit. Here we go. I'll do the full description of this hallway for you.
Okay.
Graven images of rotting corpses decorate this hall, and the floor is littered with tarnished coins, pieces of armor, broken shields, axe heads, and other bits of scrap metal.
Okay. They litter the ground?
Yep, that's what all these chunks are you see on the floor. Lots of scrap metal.
He flies over that stuff, taking it into account.
Okay. You see there's a stairway down, as Kellisto previously described.
Mm-hmm.
And this right there, that is a archway that has like a keystone at the top that is adorned with an iron bull's skull, which is biting down on an ivory ring.
An iron-skulled bull?
An iron bull's skull.
Okay. Is biting on an ivory...
bull's skull made of iron.
is biting
It's got
on
an
my...
ivory ring in its mouth.
Okay.
Okay.
I
And then-
land on the ring.
What's that?
I land on the ring.
Okay.
He kind of flies in briefly to get a better look on the inside of the room.
Okay. And nothing happens when you land on the ring. In this room here, I'll read the description. Hot wind, tinged with the smell of burning oil, blows down a 40-foot diameter vertical shaft. So it's like this big, round shaft. Shut your mouth. That's 40 foot wide, right? Stone balconies protrude, one to the east, one to the west. The one on the west is 15 feet higher than the one you are flapping about just above.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Two thick chains rattle in the gulf between the balconies.
Oh, that's what these are, and we're looking down the chains.
Yeah.
Okay.
So hang on. One ascending 200 feet before disappearing into a cloudy vortex lit by arcs of purple lightning. The other wrapping around an enormous metal gear floating 100 feet below. And then another 100 feet below the gear is more cloudy vortex with purple lightning.
Okay.
So you've got like clouds at either end, the chains going up, the chains going down, wrapping around a gear.
Okay. And there's a platform 15 feet up and across.
Yep.
How dangerous does it look if I were to just fly across there? Like, is there lightning shrieking down where we are currently, or
No.
is that way above and way below?
No. No, that looks alright.
Right. Then I will attempt to fly.
Yep, I was pretty much going to do the same thing.
Okay. So as you as you leave the balcony, right, as you move out from the balcony, a rip forms in the vortex high above. And 9 cube-shaped creatures start popping out of this vortex.
Crap. Can I make it to the other side?
Are they falling?
Hang on. So wait. So they are flying through. They're not falling. They're like flying through this rip.
Oh.
So here we'll. Oh crap! That's not what I wanted to do. We'll do. No, that's not what I wanted either. We'll do this. There we go. So far you've got 5 of them, and it looks like they've got some friends behind them. So this is kind of happening as you're flying off from that little balcony.
How far away are they from us? Since I know there's a verticality to this.
Verticality. So this is about 200 feet above you.
Is where we see those guys.
Yes.
Okay.
So we could probably make it to the other side.
Yep.
Yeah. I agree.
We'll do that.
Same here.
Okay. All right. So.
Bat and a pseudo dragon walk into a bar. That's actually a teleportation portal vortex.
So you do see opposite there is like this little crawlway. It kind of leads that way.
We'll continue going through.
Mm-hmm. Oops. I moved the words instead of Ulfgar.
Hang on. Let me just make sure. Okay. Sorry, just making sure I hadn't missed anything. Alright, so you continue through here. that proceeds, and there's a chamber that opens up ahead. Are you gonna keep going? Wait, do bats have night vision? I presume so, right? That would be ridiculous if bats don't have night vision.
I have
Very sense. At least they probably have blind sense.
I have blind sight.
Blind sight, so they basically they don't need to see, but they can feel everything within 60 feet of them.
All right. So then up ahead.
I have blind sight as well, by the way.
Oh yeah.
And dark vision.
Okay. Right, so this chamber contains a bronze apparatus centered on a hinged arm. Slowly rotating within the arm is a 10-foot diameter globe decorated by a topographic map of landforms and oceans. Concentric rings of brass constrain the device, all rotating and bearing their own lesser spheres. One of the spheres has sharp points and appears sun-like. Carvings of tall, headless humanoids decorate the walls of this room.
Headless humanoids? Great.
Okay. So
one of them looks like it could be the sun. And this might be our planet that we're on or whatever, and there are other heavenly bodies floating above it, and there are headless bodies on the wall.
Yes, I'll go into the room.
okay. So when you step in, flutter in, the apparatus suddenly swings around, its rings rotating out of the way as the surface of the globe peels back to reveal a dark, hollow interior. Inside this cavity is a padded bronze chair with levers built into its armrests.
Okay.
I will go into the corner and turn into myself.
Okay.
You receive a telepathic feeling of confusion from Ulfgar. Being a pseudo-dragon, they can communicate telepathic feelings.
And I'm going to investigate the room further and look for like other outlets.
Okay. So hang on, let me look at one thing quick. I need to see your passive perception. Your passive perception super high. You find over on this wall a secret door.
Open such secret door.
Okay. Yep, you find the little knob where you have to push it, and it slots back and then slides to the side, and revealing another crawlway.
Ulfgar asks his inhabitant in his mind, "Do you have any idea what this thing is?" As he looks at
That's the wrong
the
thing.
globed thing, throne, whatever.
Hang on one second, let me double check that. So right, you have Unk now, right?
I do have Unk.
Unk says, I have never seen this apparatus before.
Okay.
I'll continue and see where it leads. Well, I mean, obviously, I can see where it's going to lead, but
So, hang on one sec, let me... So, it, oh, hang on. So it leads kind of, as you can see, south, right? And you come to the end of the passage, and you look up, and you can see that you are underneath the control panel.
underneath the control panel?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So there's a little lever in the wall.
I will pull the lever in the wall.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
Okay. The whole control panel slides to the side and reveals a spot where you can kind of scoot up into that room.
Is it still filling with stuff?
It is not. You discover the stuff has been cleaned out.
Right, I'm gonna go and see if I can try to turn the other room.
Okay.
Oh crap.
Do you want the hang on, let me get the thing back for you. The control panel handout.
Yeah.
There you go. While you're having a look at that, Valia and Tobias, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, I'm just kind of bored at this point.
Yeah, I'm just watching this thing mess around with these
Murder it while they go.
Kashcah. She's
Very
eager to
tempting.
change her alignments. Don't listen to her.
Yep, that gold lever obviously is... Oh, the gold lever has not been replaced, right? So that is still missing.
Yeah, I'll try to change it to configuration 1.
Configuration 1.
Gotta move the blue thing over to the left.
Yeah. You move because the crystal that's lit again is number 3. So you could move the blue dial, right? Twice to the left.
Press
and
the button.
and press which button you're pressing?
Blue?
Okay. All right. You hear the floor shakes. You're fairly sure you got it right because this is familiar. The floor just shakes and the whole room kind of shakes, and then you hear this great ka-chunk, as the gears kind of grind around. Folks, so Tobias and Valia, the room that you're in, hang on, crap, I need to look at how it rotates, because you're going to, the doorways rotate to anti-clockwise, right? So they're rotating like around this way. Yeah, so this one here, and it rotates like 2 chunks around. So this door here ends up over here, and this door here ends up over there. Just to make it super fun. Not confusing at all. And what you see actually is that the room next door has also rotated, so one of these doors aligns now with your door. Not to be confused with Mordor. This is your door.
One does not simply walk in there.
So, oh, is that where? Okay. So the other thing. Okay. So you see, damn it, I've been saying it again, haven't I? You see, this room is, you're now free to pass into that room should you wish.
Okay.
You trying to get me to say it now? It's so rude.
Like, well, I guess they made it to the gear room.
All right.
Yeah, let's hope that's their doing.
Yep, I just look at the little guy over here. I'm like, well, I guess he's on his.
He is still checking wardrobes. He's moved on now from that one to like this one. He is checking this wardrobe thoroughly.
I have so many handouts, actually. I fear what Kashka's screen looks like.
So, are you going through the door?
Yeah, we have nothing better to do.
I think the door should be open to the other one according to that config.
Mm-hmm. When you get close to this door here, they're aligned better than this. Obviously, they look like this over here, where the two kind of passageways are aligned. And when you get close to this door, you can smell like this kind of. Oh wait, hang on. There's definitely an odor that was not there before.
The sprinkler is on.
Sprinkler is not on, but there's this kind of odor of rot and disgustingness that is now emanating from this room. So, just so you know. Are you still going in? Or?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
still
hang out
going in.
here. Yeah, I'm gonna hang out right here. I'm like, oh, are you sure we went in that room? 'Cause it smells bad.
I mean, it smelled a bit weird before, but now it smells really bad. So what you notice when you kind of step across the little walkway is that there is a green gas billowing out from the area that was previously kind of like this room that you haven't seen in yet, is billowing out from this chamber and kind of just like tumbling, like expanding across this room. And this the gas continues to kind of fill the area. And are you staying there, or do you want
to? Yeah, I'll see what I can do. I can do.
You think you see so the vegetation that's in front of you? You swear you just saw part of it move. It's like in the original Star Wars movies where they're in the trash compactor and like he sees like some of the rubbish moves, that's kind of what you see. It's like you just see some of the vegetation just kind of billow for a second, like beyond what the gas is moving around.
Thank you, Scarlet, for the good luck bits, because we're really gonna need them here in a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So the gas still is tumbling across the room, just filling the whole room. This green, stinky gas.
And it's coming out of this area here, right?
Yes.
The question is it flammable?
I mean, are you gonna?
How you gonna find out?
I'm going to lit up my second torch, and I'm going to chuck in into the gas.
Okay. So, as you're lighting up your torch, the things that were moving in the vegetation take, form and, well, they rise up out of the vegetation. And this one that's closest to you is going to attack. And I have a handout! Boop. Hey, that looks like fun, right?
Oh god.
Oh gosh. I haven't experienced these things since like 2nd edition Was it Curse of the Azure Bonds? Oh man.
So it rises up like this massive, like, kind of arm of vegetation and just slams this massive arm of like vines and creepers and all kinds of vegetation just slams into you, Tobias. So it's going to make a slam attack on you. And then we are going to roll initiative.
Good idea with that torch.
It missed.
It misses! Alright, so let's get the initiative tracker going.
The good luck bits have turned into rip bits. I think that they were the shamrocks summoning the critters. Kashcah, do you want us two to roll as well?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Because you might hear some of the activity.
First I'll do Aelia.
You know, actually, before we get too far, don't let's stop rolling, because actually let's leave it here, and we will pick up this fight next week.
I just have a quick question.
Yeah.
Do the Shambling Mounds actually have a person stuck in each one like
No,
that?
no, but wouldn't it be awesome if they did?
Well, they will soon enough, I'm sure. I
Be
just
like,
wanted
new
to know.
party members! just gotta kill them in time.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Crazy pup, what are you doing? You okay?
All right. So thanks
Fell
everybody
off
for
my
tuning in
lap.
for another episode of 2 of Annihilation. Where once again we have split the party.
Chainsaw and a
for your
flamethrower.
entertainment.
Yeah, they do need like Army of Darkness style weaponry for these guys. Sorry.
So anyway, tune in next time. We should be up and around for next weekend. So till then, thanks viewers, thanks players, and thank you, Kashcah. We'll see you next time.
Bye.